There is no educated country that is poor. There is no poor country that is educated. If prosperity is the goal, higher skills are the tools, and knowledge is the way. Those were the words of Mr. Edward Siaga in 2008. And I had to revisit that speech that he gave at the University of Technology. When I read that a principal of a secondary school in our country, Jamaica, has said that 70% of his cohort in this secondary school are reading at grade 3 level. In other words, the students are reading as if they're 8 or 9 years old. Add to that over the last 10 years of this current administration that has seen, 3 education ministers. Only 18% of our high school students are graduating with 5 or so CXE passes. So only 18% are in a position to take up post-secondary training or post-secondary education. If that is a confirmation, in my view, of the fact that the educational policies of this government has failed. Absenteeism has gone up. We have a high level of teacher turnover. And that forces me to ask this question: on what basis is this government suggesting to us that it has constructed or laid a groundwork for any serious growth in the economy? The sort of growth that will cause an increase and an improvement in the quality of life and standard of living of our citizens. On what basis can it say over time income inequality will contract because there's growth in the economy? It cannot say that, because the educational policies that it has pursued over the last 10 years have been nothing but an abysmal failure. Don't think for a second that one school where the students are reading at grade 3 level, don't think for a moment that it's an exception. You can go across the length and breadth of our country and you will see that replicated. And if you're not reading at an age appropriate level, how will you then muster the critical thinking skills required to be creative, required to solve problems? I say that this election must be a referendum on a government that has had 3 education ministers but has failed to bring about a radical transformation of our educational system, without which we cannot and will never, if we don't fix it, will never achieve the levels of growth that will cause income inequality to contract in our society. It is a failing educational policy, and it is about time that a message is sent. We cannot continue like this. A change is necessary.